Okay, so hi everyone, this is the 8th video in the Critical Essay series. It's the last one looking at the specific component parts of the main paragraphs, and this time we're looking at the final section of each main paragraph, which is the comment that comes at the end. So what's the comment for? It allows us to connect the evidence that we've used and the analysis that we've then provided of that evidence to the essay question that we've been asked. So basically what the comment does is it allows you to prove that what you've just done is relevant to the task that you've been set. And that's extremely important. Because it lets you do that, it also, if done properly, helps to build your argument because your comments can develop as you go through. So each one is going to refer back to the essay question, but the way in which you do that can change each time to allow your argument to be seen to be gradually developing, building up, becoming stronger as you go through the essay. The other thing about a really good effective comment at the end is that it's one of the things that kind of like psychologically maybe convinces the person marking your essay that you're not somebody who's just learned a bunch of notes off by heart. You know, anybody can just learn 2 or 3 bullet points for like bits of word choice and bits of sentence structure and kind of click them together as part of the analysis. But the comment part actually shows that you've thought through the relationship between the evidence, the analysis, and the essay question, and that you can express that clearly as well. So it's very, very important, and it's definitely one of the things that's worth doing a lot of practice with as you go through the year. So I'll just show you how you might do that kind of thing, just now how you might link it back to the question. The key bits you're looking for are the bits at the end of the sentences. So this one here is feeling sympathy and how the writer makes you feel that way. So here we get, this would come obviously after you've had the statement, evidence with quotes there, analysis of the key points of that, looking at the techniques and the effect on the reader, and then we get all of this, a reference to that stuff, helps to further develop our sympathy for the character. So going back to the essay question, using the same words as the essay question, and then saying why. So trying to get the word because into your comments will be very useful in this situation. So because it helps us to appreciate, and then what does it help us to appreciate about him? That's how the writer makes us feel the sympathy. So we're answering both parts of the essay question if we make sure that we use the word because or a variant of it in the comment in there, and that so you can see how that part of it is doing the job that I just explained it's meant to be doing, linking everything together, referring to the essay question. You can see it as well in like an example like this one, which would come maybe at the end, this, you know, by finally showing us. So this might be a final one that would then take us into the conclusion to the essay, for example. But again, you know, we've been asked about conflict, we've been asked about how it contributes to appreciation of the play as a whole. And so we're saying by finally showing us the full effects of that conflict that we've just analysed, the author helps us to fully appreciate. That's like you're doing the sort of the because part, at least moving into the what is the effect of this? How does it help us to understand something, or how does it help us to appreciate or connect with something more effectively or more fully, which is what you can see going on in that example there. So obviously it's a video, you can save these, you can pause them, you can look back at them. You can use these as sort of starting points for your own comments. Don't try and just copy things. But hopefully what you'll be able to see from these parts of this video is just the relationship between that essay question and those comments. You don't just deal with the essay question and the introduction and then forget about it. You kind of need to weave the whole essay around it, and it's the comments that are letting you do it. So a wee bit of advice. There are 2 kind of big questions that you should be asking when you're looking back on your comments, when you're sort of doing your practice essays and stuff like that. How does it answer the essay question? There should be a clear reference to it, maybe even using the words of the essay question like I had done there. And how does it aid the development of your argument? That should be clear in there as well. There should be some clear signs that your argument is moving on, again, as you saw in the 2 examples that I've just used. Comments are one of those things that realistically to get better at these, it is going to take, you know, having done the analysis of the text and doing a bunch of practice essays, and you will, maybe you won't, but some people will struggle with this at the start, and that's okay. This is the bit that always takes a wee bit of time through the year, but if you start off on the basis that I've set out here, then you should find it as easy as we can make it for you to get going. Okay, so that's the main paragraphs covered. We'll go on and do the conclusions to the entire essay next, and if you have any questions or any problems, just get in touch and let me know. Thanks.